afternoon, everyone. Pastor Laura here with Pastor Ron Brown at the First Congregational Church of Southington, and we are here to give you a worship preview for this upcoming Sunday.
So we're so excited that we are now able to worship in person together each Sunday morning at 10 o'clock at YMCA Camp Sloper in the amphitheater. So if you're able to come to the amphitheater, we hope that you will do that and join us live in person at the amphitheater, 10 o'clock on Sunday mornings. We are still requiring people to wear a mask and keep proper distance, but it's so wonderful to be together for worship. If the weather's bad, we'll just set up under one of the pavilions where we can stay dry. But rain or shine, we will be at YMCA Camp Sloper for worship at 10 o'clock this Sunday and for following Sundays as long as we are needing to do that. Also, if you're not able to come to Camp Sloper, our service will be live streamed, and you can watch the live stream on our website at fccsouthington.org/livestream, on our Facebook page, or on our YouTube channel. It will be live streamed in all those places. And then if you're not able to join us at 10 o'clock, the live stream, or recording of the live stream, will be available afterwards.
And this is the second Sunday after Easter, and our text is one that we almost always see after Easter. It is the passage in the Gospel of John where we hear and read about Doubting Thomas. So Doubting Thomas is a character that's maybe well known to us, but there's a lot to unpack in this story that we're going to hear on Sunday. I'll be preaching on this passage, and one of the questions that I am going to raise to the congregation and that I'm going to consider in my sermon is, when we look at this story, I think that it asks us, how do we respond when we're afraid? Because we read in this passage that the disciples were afraid after Jesus was crucified. They were afraid even of the resurrection at first. They didn't really know what to make of it. And so what do we do when we're afraid? And how can we learn from the disciples and their response that we read about in this gospel story? So I hope that you will join us this Sunday to consider fear in this time. That is an emotion that we might have become more familiar with than we maybe wanted to. But there is a lot in this, in the Bible, and particularly in this passage, for us to look at, and I think that there is also hope there as well.
So there are many other things happening in our faith community during this time. A couple of things I want to highlight. First, our church school is also returning to an in-person gathering, and that is also at YMCA Camp Sloper during the 10 o'clock service. There will be two different classes, one for all of the elementary school age children and another for the middle schoolers. So you can come. Each child will have their own resource pack, a mask, and distancing will be observed by them as well to keep everyone safe. But it will be an opportunity for the children to be together to learn more about the Bible and about their faith, and just to have that opportunity to be together to learn in our faith community. And another opportunity also for adults for faith formation. We're going to do one more Bible study before the summer, and it will be on the Beatitudes that are found at the beginning of the Sermon on the Mount in Matthew chapter 5. It will be a 6-session study that begins on Tuesday, April 27th, for 6 consecutive Tuesday evenings. We have a great time with these, and if you're interested in more information, please contact Pastor Laura or me, and we'd be happy to get more information about signing up for the Bible study on the Beatitudes.
Yeah, and I'll just say a little bit more on that Bible study, because I know that some of us can feel a little Zoom fatigue and Zoom weary after this year-long pandemic, but I really nudge you to give this Bible study, to give it a thought, and to maybe pray on whether God might be calling you to join this Bible study on the Beatitudes, because I wasn't sure when we had our last Bible study. It was on the Psalms, and I really enjoyed this Zoom format for our study. It gave us an opportunity to see one another on Zoom, that we might not have that ability right now to gather in person and see our full faces, no masks. So just give that Bible study a chance and think about if you are being called to join that right now. And one other opportunity coming up this Sunday is a youth group paint night. And so this is primarily for middle school and high school youth. But if you do have an elementary age youth who's really into art and painting, please let me know. They would also be welcome. You do need to RSVP for this paint night so that I can get you the supplies. So please be sure to email me or send me a Facebook message, however you'd like to get in contact, so that you can sign up your youth for our paint night. And this will hopefully be a fun opportunity for the kids to connect virtually over Zoom, but then also to create this painting at the end of it. So I'm really looking forward to that. It is going to start a little bit earlier than normal youth groups. We have been meeting on youth groups starting at 7 p.m. on Sundays, and this paint night is going to start at 6. So just keep in mind, it gives us more time to be able to take our time painting our canvas and not have to rush through that. So there are so many exciting events coming up in our congregation. It's really a joy to be able to worship together outside. So we really hope to see you at YMCA Camp Sloper, or continue to see you virtually as well.
Yes, and we wish you God's blessings on this beautiful afternoon in Eastertide. And as Pastor Laura said, we hope to see you on Sunday. God bless.
God bless.